Hey, what's up guys? Level Up here at On Point Gaming, and today we're going to be talking about the AK-12 assault rifle in the Battlefield 4 beta. Now I've seen a lot of threads on the Battlelog saying that the AK-12, oh, it's the best gun in the game. It's so OP. I wish that DICE would nerf it, which obviously they're not going to for the beta, but of course they're listening to us for concerns that we have so that they can fix these for the final build of the game. And I would just like to sort of give my take on the AK-12 and this OP, overpowered sort of reputation that it's built up that I don't think it quite deserves. So what are the reasons that I don't think it quite deserves it? Well, its rate of fire is slow. I think it's around 680 rounds per minute, which in close quarters like that situation right there, if he had had an MX4, like if you were going up against an equally skilled player with any gun that shoots faster, you're pretty much just going to lose because of that. The only gun that does less damage than the AK-12 is the MX4. So unless you're going up against one of the PDWs, in close quarters, if it shoots faster, you're done for. This is, of course, unless you get a headshot, which is extremely rare. But even guns like the Scar H can compete with the AK-12 in close range just because it does 40 damage up close instead of 30 like the AK-12. So, as far as my knowledge is, I haven't really looked at the battle log a whole lot just because I don't exactly care what the log says about skill and the leaderboards and the whatever. But I think that this gun still uses the 5.45 by 39 millimeter rounds. And the only reason I say that is because its recoil is so minimal that I think that's why it has sort of built up this overpowered identity, just because of how easy it is to use at range. But you also have to think about the fact that even with this gun with such little recoil, I respect it for the fact that if you force it into too many situations in close quarters, you're going to lose simply because it cannot perform. One of the main reasons I like the gun is because your emblem that you can create on the battle log shows really well. On the side of the AK-12, some guns kind of hide it, like the AK-5, which at this point is my favorite gun in the beta. It's on the magwell, so it's kind of hidden from sight most of the time. So the reload time, we don't have official stats on these, I don't think, on Synthic, but I'm gonna say that it feels slightly longer than the reload of the AK-74 in Battlefield 3. I think its short reload time was like 2.1 seconds, so I want to say that this kind of short reload is somewhere in the neighborhood of 2.437 seconds. Just gonna put that 37 on there in case we get official stats and I'm correct. That would be pretty darn epic. So its long reload time is probably closer to 3 seconds, simply because it takes a minute to charge your gun. Now I do want to make one note about the mechanics of the reload in this game. I don't know if you watch Level Cap much, but on his channel one time I don't know how it came to be, but there was a discussion about a staged reload time where you drop the magazine, that's a stage, you put a magazine in, that's a stage, you charge the gun, and then you're finished. Well, DICE has listened to this, and there is exactly that. There's a staged reload system, so let's say you drop your magazine, switch to your pistol and shoot a guy. Whenever you come back, all you have to do is put the next magazine in. You don't have to drop another one that randomly appeared inside of the magazine world. It adds a bit of realism, and honestly makes it a lot less painless to use your sidearm. So what does this mean as far as gameplay? It doesn't mean a whole lot, other than the fact that your primary can be ready to go quickly after you use your secondary. That was one thing about trying to use your secondary in BF3, was attempting to switch to your sidearm and then come back and then reload and pull out this magical magazine that always somehow put itself well for no reason. This game is much more focused on realism, but I am concerned that the console version of the beta that I'm playing, along with just a ton of other players, I think we're actually playing a far earlier build of the game versus the PC version. One of the main reasons I say this is the reload system. It is not like BF3 where you reload and that ammo left over in your magazine drops back to your ammo account and you go on. however many bullets are left in that magazine, you are losing those forever whenever you do a short reload. So you'd best try and use as many bullets of your magazine as possible, or just really try not to do a short reload at all unless you have to. As they call them in the military, wet reloads, because you still got bullets, which is basically the equivalent of water, and a dry reload would be if you have no ammo. So that's just something to keep in mind. I do want to talk about military tactics for a second, because this game is going to play out really tactically, and if you have a clan or a squad that you play with, you should start using the terms red and black on ammo. Red means low on ammo, black means that you are entirely out of ammo. It's just sort of a good term to use, and it's really easy to say, I'm red on ammo. Good to go. But the AK-12 itself, I don't think deserves the title as the best gun. The AK-5, in my opinion, is the strong contender right now. The reason I say that is because it shoots very similarly to the SG-553 or AUG-A3 from Battlefield 3, except for the fact that I can use it. For some reason, the AUG and me, we just never really agreed in BF3 for some stupid reason. So to have a gun that kind of shoots similar that I can actually use is quite nice. So its low on recoil is kind of similar to the SG-553 in its recoil pattern, I feel like. So that is somewhat comparable to the AK-12. The up recoil is a little higher than the AK-12, which is fine. But its range is barely worse than the AK-12's just because it is a carbine. But it's just the sum of its parts, its rate of fire, just comes together to make a gun that kind of reminds me of my M416. I know that I'm sort of like the M416 try-hard, but I love that gun in BF3 so much, I cannot wait to get my hands on it in the final version of Battlefield 4. Do I miss the M16A3? No. Continue. So, the AK-12, I would wish that the community would stop putting up all these threads saying, oh my gosh, the AK-12 is the best gun. Oh my gosh, the AK-12, it's OP, we need to nerf it. Nerfing things is not the answer to every problem. Keep in mind that we only have 16 of the guns that are going to be in the final version of the game. I dare say that one of these other guns is going to be comparable, if not better, than the AK-12. Right now, it is a very strong contender. I think the AK-5 really sort of takes the cake in the top gun right now. The ACR is pretty high up there, but its recoil pattern is just a little insane. So, in the end, just quit posting these threads. They're kind of pointless. I'm Level Up here at On Point Gaming. That's all that I have for you guys today, so have a good one, and take it easy, guys.